This opening exchange reveals a problem far bigger than a missing teenager. The Guardians are trying to convince the court that reality has already made the guardianship meaningless. Their position is not built on hostility.
No one knows. No one actually knows any reality of what's going on, except for if she posts something on Instagram every so often, or if you see her on her way to work in Grayling. She's not even in the county.
So if she gets herself into trouble, who's going to be able to step in and take care of her?
Her biological mom. We think she lives.
That's not true. How is her biological mom going to be able to do that? What authority does her biological mom have to do anything?
Well, I guess that she took all the
Responsibility.
all the responsibility because she took her away from us.
I understand that, and I understand the dynamics of the relationship, but when it comes to a legal authority, biological mom had her rights terminated. Am I correct with that?
Yes.
So what legal authority does she have if Madison gets herself in trouble to do anything at all?
None.
None. Exactly. That's my point. So if I get it that Madison is making life difficult for the Collazo family.
Yes.
But how do I, as a judge who's trying to look out for the best interests of Madison, how do I cut her loose legally and just have her drift with nobody available to step in if it's needed?
But we don't have anything to do with her. We don't even know where she lives. We don't nothing.
And the police
follow her if we don't know anything of what she's doing or going on.
And we report everything to the police.
We cannot follow her unless she comes to us and make sure that we know everything that she's doing and what she is up to. Because otherwise, this is just like a blind thing. We're in the middle of something that we don't even know what's going on. And we're old people. I'm 77 years old and she's 75, and we don't need this. If she's not even going to the doctor. She doesn't have any medication. She just disappeared like poof.
She didn't go to school.
She didn't go to school. She was supposed to go to Kirkland. She's not doing anything that we had wanted for her.
Set up for her.
So we're like in the middle of nothing, up in the air.
Is she your
and the
daughter?
Police, we reported, and they couldn't help us.
Is she your daughter?
Well, I think that she is, but I don't know that if she knows that she's our daughter. I don't know that.
You've adopted her, right?
Yeah, like 17 years ago.
Yep. So she is your daughter. You don't get to just say, poof, she's gone. Even if she does that to you. As the parent, parent, you're the parent. You are the parent.
Well, then she should be the daughter.
You're right. You're
and
absolutely
we are the parent.
right.
She should come to us. And whatever she's doing, we're supposed to know. How come she's all the way up in the woods somewhere and we don't even know what type of wood is she in? She's in a hotel room with 3 or 4 more people. Do we know that? Because she told us a long time ago, but now, today, we have no clue of anything that she's doing. How can we follow something that we don't know? That's the point. That's the main point.
Okay.
And the mom and the biological mom that lost all her rights is the one saying you do this and you do that and you do this, and we are up somewhere else. We should be on her, not the biological mom.
You're absolutely correct. I don't disagree with anything that you just told me. Madison, why are you not having contact with your parents?
They blocked me. I tried communicating to them, and they told me not to
Don't give me that. Don't give me that. You
That's
know
not
where
true.
they
We
live.
all have her phone number. We all
Francis, I'm not
talk to her.
talking to you. Francis.
Sorry.
Madison, you know where your parents live. Why are you not checking in with them?
I tried. I even
No.
told Rafaela. I have told her. She has my Instagram.
When was the last time you went to your mom and dad's house?
I don't know if I'm welcome there because they always told me not to show up.
Stop. That's not what I asked. I said, when was the last time you went to your mom and dad's house?
I don't remember.
That's the problem. You are their daughter. You owe them that. They are your guardians. You owe them that. Whether you disagree with them or is a different thing. I don't mind you disagreeing with some of the things that they want for you. That's part of growing up. But you do not get to just leave. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
So when are you going to contact your mom and dad next?
Unblock me and I will text them because I tried calling Rafaela just to tell her stuff. Because I've been working for 9 months already. And I wanted to tell her how good I've been getting because I'm going to get the manager role in my job.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's excellent. Where are you living?
I'm in a hotel right now, but we're going camping and we're saving money for a house.
Who's we?
My family.
Who's your family?
My mom and my little sisters.
You know, your mom isn't your mom, right? She lost her parental rights to you. There's a reason for that. Do you understand that?
Once Madison
Yes,
enters the discussion, the hearing shifts from legal authority to personal accountability. The judge notices something important. Both sides claim communication is impossible, yet neither side presents a convincing explanation for why basic contact completely collapsed.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Your mom and dad are on the Zoom call with me today. That's your mom and your dad. The person who's in the car with you is not your mom. She had you as a child and she lost you. You can have contact with her if you want, but you can't give up contact with your actual mom and dad. Do you understand that?
I do want to visit them. Like, I really do. Because I want to see my little sister, Savannah.
Good. So let's figure out how to do that. Mr. and Mrs. Colazzo, how is she going to contact you?
She can call.
Is that number? Tell her the number that you want her to call.
Is it the same as the one we have? Let me see.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have been, when you send messages, it's the same way. You send messages. You say, I'm coming to visit or whatever, the same
but
thing.
when I tried your phone number, it said the phone number wasn't available.
Well, because probably I'm working like I'm doing right now. I'm taking a few minutes for this. Yes.
What number do you want her to call so that she can have contact with you?
My number, Madison, 561-578-9405.
Do you have that number, Madison?
Yep.
All right. That's the number that you're going to call on a regular basis to talk to your mom and your dad. They need to know where you're at, what you're doing. They are legally responsible for you. Your biological mother can't take you to the hospital, can't sign you in, can't do anything for you. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
So how often are you going to call the Colazzos?
I don't know. Probably like per day.
You don't have to call them every day, but you do have to call them regularly. So I want to know what you think that means.
Like a week.
Once a week would be a good thing. They need to know where you're working, where you're staying, who you're with, all of those things. They can't do anything to help you, and they can't be responsible for you if you aren't letting them know what's going on. You need to stop and see them on a regular basis as well. Physically see them so that they can check on you. They can ask you questions. They can see how you're doing. When are you going to do that? How often are you going to do that?
Depending of my work schedule, because I work night shifts.
Well, that gives you the daytime to go to see them. They're retired, right? Or don't work full time, so you should be able to get together with them on a regular basis. About once a month.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Physically go see them once a month, call them on the telephone once a week. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
I want you to talk to them about what you are doing, your work, where you're staying, who you're with, all of those kinds of things, who you're seeing, what kind of activities you're involved in. They have a right to be aware of all those things, and I think they want to know all of those things. It's not just a right, they want to know. They're your parents. They want to be involved in what you do. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay. Madison, I understand that you want to be somewhat independent. Is that right?
Yes.
Right now, you are not independent. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Madison?
Yes, I do.
You are using your biological mother instead of your parents. You're not independent on your own right now. So you're using somebody else to take care of you. That's not appropriate. You can have contact with your biological mother, but you can't use her or have her use you to separate you from your parents. That's not a proper thing to do. You can talk with her, you can have activities with her, but you cannot live with her to the detriment of your parents. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, I do.
Your parents have been very patient. This court has been very patient with you. And I think that you have done some good things. You've gotten a job, right? You're in line to maybe be a manager there. That's a good thing. And I'm very pleased with that. But I'm not pleased with is how you've let your biological mom take you away from your parents. I can't stop you from seeing your biological mother, but I can require you to have contact with your parents because they are the ones that are responsible for you. And you have a responsibility to them as well. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
The decisive moment arrives when the judge challenges Madison's definition of independence. His reasoning is direct. Living under the influence and support of another adult does not automatically equal self-sufficiency.
So, in the future, you're going to have contact with your parents regularly, right?
Yes.
You're going to talk to them on the phone every week. You're going to see them in person every month, right?
Yes.
You'll notice that I didn't say you couldn't have contact with your biological mom, right?
Yes.
But you can't continue to live with her unless your parents say that that's okay. Do you understand what I just said?
Yes.
So you can talk to your biological mom and you can see your biological mom a lot if you want, but you can't live with her if that means that you're not doing what your parents tell you to do. Do you understand that?
Where am I gonna live then?
That's up to you and your parents to figure out. That's what you do when you're growing up. You talk to your parents and you figure that out. But you don't just leave your parents and go live with somebody else who they don't know where you're at. That's called running away. And if you're going to grow up, if you're going to actually be responsible for yourself, then you have to do that working with your parents, not with other people who have no legal connection to you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So I want you to be independent. I want you to do things on your own, but you can't use other people to stay away from your parents. Your parents are your parents, and you need to work with them, not against them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So I need you to start having some conversations with your parents about how you're going to be independent, where you're going to live, where you're going to work, how you're going to transport yourself, all of those kinds of things. Can you do that?
Yes.
All right. So right now, I'm not going to grant the request to take off the guardianship because I think Madison still has some growing to do. But that means that she's got to work with her parents to do that growing. Hopefully, at some point in the future, she will be able to be independent and she will be able to do things on her own. But right now, while she still needs that help needs to come from her parents. And that's what the court's going to order that happen. All right. So, Madison, I want you to do everything that we talked about today. Can you do that for me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. That's all for today then. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your
Case
Honor.
is Cruz Mosley, file 26-1299-NC.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I do see, did I say your name correctly?
Yes.
All right. Can you tell me what your request is and why you want to do it?
My request is for a name change, Your Honor, to align with my gender identity and be my authentic self.
Who have you talked to about your gender identity and your authentic self?
My therapist and my psychiatrist. And I also received, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I also received gender affirming care through University of Michigan.
Which doctor and psychiatrist have you consulted with?
Natalia Powell and Tamlin Evans. They are both out of this community mental health here in Gaylord.
Are they in favor of your request to change your name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you talked to them about the recent American Medical Association and American Society of Plastic Surgeons restrictions on gender affirming care and gender affirming surgery?
Yes, we have discussed my gender affirming surgery.
Have you also discussed that gender dysphoria is a diagnosed mental illness under the most recent psychiatric journals?
I believe so. I do have a documentation from Tamlin Evans that I do have gender dysphoria.
And if you have gender dysphoria, why would it be a good thing to change your name and change your body? If you have a recognized mental illness, why would it be a good thing to play into that mental illness?
Because the mental illness causes me distress, and going by the name Cruz does cause me distress and upsets me, and I do not like the way I look. I don't like looking masculine, and I don't like feeling masculine.
If that feeling, however, is a diagnosed mental illness, would it not be better to treat the mental illness than to change the physical outlook?
From my understanding, transitioning was the only way to treat the dysphoria.
Who told you that?
I don't think anyone told me that. I was under the impression that was the only way to do it. I've tried to talk about these feelings before, but it still causes me dysphoria. I'm sorry, Your Honor, I don't understand completely, I guess. But I have discussed it with my therapist and my psychiatrist.
The second hearing immediately changes tone. Instead of family conflict, the court examines personal identity and informed decision-making. What makes this exchange unusual is that the judge does not focus first on the name change itself.
Well, that's my concern, is that you don't understand what it is that you're doing. I mean, I get this is a name change and it's not a deep dive into your background, but I'm concerned that if you've talked to a psychologist and a counselor and you still don't understand that there may be other ways to treat the problem, that you may be doing something that causes you long-term mental health problems and physical problems in the future, and you simply don't understand that right now. Have you thought about that?
Yes, Your Honor, I have. And I have been going by the name Ashla socially with friends and family for quite some time now.
You still live here in the Gaylord area?
Yes, Your Honor.
Gaylord is a relatively small town.
Yes.
So there's you understand what the term grapevine in a small town means?
Yes, Your Honor.
That means everybody knows everybody else's business, typically
Yes.
in a small town, right?
Right.
Are you telling me that you're going to be okay if I grant you a name change? The people that knew you before as Cruz are now going to start calling you something different?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you think that that's going to be a good thing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any other reason other than your gender dysphoria that you're asking me to change your name?
No, Your Honor.
Are there any debts that you owe anyone that you're trying to get out of?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any government agency that's taking action against you in any way, that using your old name, and you're trying to get out of that by having a new name?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And the reason I'm asking those questions is because the law requires me to determine that you're not changing your name for what's called a fraudulent intent. You're not doing it for a bad reason. So that's why I'm asking those questions.
I understand, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any current governmental benefits as Cruz?
Does that include like health insurance and disability?
It would, yes.
Yes, I receive Medicare and Medicaid once my deductible is met, and I do receive SSDI disability.
All right. And is your name change going to cause you any difficulties with those things?
No, Your Honor, I've already done the research on how to update the name change once it is approved.
All right. So you're telling me that you've thought about this long and hard and you understand what's going to happen in the future if you change your name and start acting as a female person as opposed to a male person?
Yes, Your Honor.
And knowing all of those things and having talked with about all those things with your therapist and your counselor, you still want to change your name in this manner. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Even in a small town where some people may not want to call you the new female version name?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're willing to go through all of that and are still asking me to sign this order that allows you to change your name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you thought about what's going to happen in 5 or 10 years if you ever want to change your name back to Cruz?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you still want to go through with this now to change your name to Ashla?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. How old are you today?
27 years old.
And what is your disability that you had that you mentioned?
Fibromyalgia.
So it's pain.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no mental health impairment that you're aware of?
Not for my disability, no, Your Honor.
Do you have any other mental health disability or other mental health issues?
Depression, anxiety, and panic attacks, Your Honor.
Okay, but nothing that would prevent you from understanding what you're trying to do.
That is correct. Nothing that would. Yes, Your Honor.
Let me ask you one final question. What are you going to do if you find out that this doesn't change your depression and your anxiety?
I will discuss it with my psychiatrist and therapist, but I honestly think that it will help me quite a bit with my depression and my anxiety, Your Honor.
All right, you've been very consistent in your request to me today to change your name. I've asked you questions about your health, your therapist, your counselors. You have given this a lot of thought, so I'm going to grant your request.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The approval of the name change highlights a broader judicial principle. Courts are often less concerned with whether they personally agree with a life decision and more concerned with whether the decision is lawful, informed, and free of fraudulent intent.
Let me make sure that we have the spelling of your new name correct. Ashla is A-S-H-L-A. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your middle name would be Jade, J-A-D-E. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And your last name would be, how do you want to pronounce it?
Diaz.
Diaz, D-I-A-S?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I have signed the orders for that. Those will be, a copy of those will be sent to you. You will be required to send those on to the appropriate agencies in the future to change your name with them. And that may include for birth certificate purposes. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. Do I come to the court and pay to get the copies of the order?
She can come up and get them, or I can mail them.
We can mail them to you, or you can come to the court and get copies, of whichever you prefer.
I can come tomorrow and get copies.
All right. They'll be here waiting for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Next matter is Kathy Alston, file 26-1304-NC. Who do we have present for that matter, please? I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear you. I think you're on mute.
I think I'm okay now. Is that all right?
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Can you tell me what it is that you want to do, Ms. Alston?
I am wanting to go back to my original name, my maiden name, Karwoski.
All right. How long has it been since the divorce?
A little over 16 years.
That's a while. So you decided it didn't work out with the old name. You want to go back to the maiden name. Is that right?
Well, I had 2 children at the time that were pre-middle school, and someone suggested to me that, you know, you can go through the divorce and do a name change at that time, but then your kids and you will have different last names. Kind of guilted me into thinking that I needed to remain with the other name. But, you know, they're in their upper 20s now, and
it's time.
it's time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a requirement in the law that I have to make a determination that this is not done for any fraudulent intent. So let me ask a couple of questions about that. Do you have any criminal history that you're trying to get away from?
No, sir.
No debts or gambling issues?
No, sir.
No government agency taking any action against you with the old name?
No.
No bankruptcy?
No.
You're not on any watch list for terrorism or anything like that?
No. I know, you gotta ask.
Yeah. And no other lists such as criminal watch list or sex offender list or anything like that?
That is correct. I am not on any list.
Good. I'm glad to hear all of that. So it does appear to me that your request is made for a proper purpose. You're not intending to defraud anybody because of that. So I will sign the order that changes your name.
Thank you.
Let me make sure we've got your last name spelled correctly. The new last name would be Karwoski.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Do you want us to send these orders to you, or do you want to come to the court and pick them up?
You can mail them. That'll be fine.
All right, we'll do that. Thank you very much, ma'am. That's all for today.
Thank you.
Chloe Harry, file 26-1305-NC. Do believe Chloe is with us. Is that correct?
Yes, hello.
Good morning. Can you tell me why it is that you want to change your name?
I would like to take my mother and stepfather's last name.
All right. How old are you today?
18.
All right. Have you finished high school?
Yes.
Took you a minute?
Yeah.
All right. Where'd you go to school at?
Gaylord High School.
All right. Did you just graduate Friday?
I ended up dropping out, so I'm taking my GED.
All right. So you're out of high school, but have you finished your GED yet?
Not yet.
All right. Please do that. That's a really important thing. So I'll leave it at that. So I think you heard me talking to the other lady about name changes, and it sounds to me like yours is an appropriate thing that you want to do as well. I want to applaud you for that, but I have to ask about fraudulent intent. So no criminal history that you have?
No, sir.
No debts or gambling problems or issues?
No.
No bankruptcy or anything like that, correct?
Correct.
You're not on any airline watch list or not on any sex offender registration list or anything like that?
No list.
All right.
The final hearing reinforces how routine legal requests can still reveal meaningful personal transitions. Chloe's petition is straightforward compared to the earlier cases, but the judge still follows the same process. Before approving anything, he verifies maturity, future plans, educational progress, and the absence of improper motives. One detail stands out. The conversation briefly shifts toward the unfinished GED. That moment shows a judge using a simple procedural hearing to encourage long-term improvement. It is a reminder that courtroom interactions often extend beyond the narrow legal issue on paper. Across all three matters, a pattern emerges, whether dealing with guardianship, identity, divorce recovery, or family names. The court consistently prioritizes responsibility over preference. Different stories enter the courtroom, but each decision ultimately revolves around the same question. Is the person prepared to handle the consequences that follow the choice they are asking the court to approve?